It's definitely not caffeine, I'll tell you.
It looks like watered down Mountain Dew.
It's not watered down Mountain Dew. Actually, it's one of that, like the little squirty stuff with the flavor. I think it's supposed to be like the equivalent of a Gatorade or maybe like a Powerade or something like that. I have no idea. I'm just going to keep yapping away here. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the show. What is in store? Well, I know why you're here. You clicked on the thumbnail, so you know who the guest is, okay? But what you don't know is that after our guest, we're going to be, how should we say, eating like rock stars up in here, wouldn't you say? And this place smells delicious. So,
I smell wood. So
I have all this wood. Yeah. We've been doing arts and crafts. Okay. So, yeah, you're going to want to stick around for this. Oh, did you bring the thing in the
The thing in the...
Okay, I guess we're gonna...
I got stuff.
We're gonna find out. Okay, here's where we roll the intro. I think. Okay, seriously, did you bring the thing? Can I just take a quick peek?
I have stuff.
But a thing in the bowl.
Yes.
Really? Okay. Woo! That's like the main part.
The one in the fridge?
Yeah.
It was in the fridge. It's not in the fridge now.
I can't wait to tell you about this story here, guys.
How was your drive?
I found. What do you mean my drive? Are you really going to get into that? Oh, she just said, "How was your drive?" First of all,
Tony is a repairman.
Extraordinary.
Let's make this a short story.
Okay, we're just going to make this a short story because we have a guest on the line here. And yeah, we don't want to waste a lot of time. A little bit of time, but not a lot of time. You see what I did there? Okay, listen. When was this? 2 days ago? Yesterday?
I'm still trying to, my anxiety's still like trying to pull down from
So we bought a new car not too long ago, right? And for some reason, our garage door opener doesn't work. It's kind of finicky and it has a mind of its own. So sometimes you click the button and it opens and sometimes it doesn't. So if it doesn't, I will call Becky from upstairs and I'll ask, hey, can you do me a favor? Open up the garage door. You right?
Yeah.
Well, 2 days ago, what ended up happening, I feel like this is very therapeutic for me.
Is it?
Yeah. 2 days ago, what ended up happening was I called her because it was finicky, right? I get click, 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 click. So frustrating. All right, fine. Put it down. I call her. Hey, can you do me a favor? Please, can you, So she goes, okay. And then I heard her say this. She says, fortunately, you're in luck because as soon as she said that, the garage door started opening, which I thought, fortunately, because you were right next to a little button. We have a button upstairs and whatnot, right? Am I saying this correctly?
Yeah, but that's not what ended up happening. Fortunately,
yeah. So okay.
I was about to put Lydia down to sleep, so I was upstairs.
Yeah, you were upstairs, but I interpret that as, fortunately, I'm right next to the button.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay. No.
It starts coming up, and then I go, okay, thanks, and then I start pulling in. And then about 15 seconds later,
when the car is halfway
expletives
through the door.
My neighbors are like, "What is going on?"
I was like, "What is going on?" I'm
yelling,
smiling, but I don't mean it. Like it was terrifying.
I'm yelling, "Becky, what are you doing? What are you doing?" So somehow we got our things mixed up because she said, "Fortunately, I'm coming downstairs." See, I jumped the gun, right? So by the time it opened it up by itself, thanks, Genie, or Craftsman, or whatever you are.
Genie, yeah. Piece of...
Yeah. So it was coming up, and then she hit it, and it made it go down on top of the new car. And it's like horrendous things, and I thought I was being attacked, and I have no idea. That was like...
And so lesson learned here is if you push the garage door button while you don't have something in front of the sensor, it will still go up and down.
So thank you for coming to my therapy session, everybody.
And as of what we can tell, there is nothing wrong with the top of the car. Like it's... The sensor in the door is good enough to... Anyway.
People don't want to know.
So the garage door was slightly jacked up and it wouldn't open and close. And so then Fix-It Felix over here gets out his ratchets it and
Yeah.
fixes it.
10 o'clock at night, I'm banging away. I fixed the whole thing. It's beautiful. So for your garage door repairs, call me. I'll come to your house. All right.
$50.
Ladies, oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great guest on the show. We actually have one of our first international guests. And you may have seen him whether in Las Vegas or if you've been surfing the internet these past couple of years. Super awesome. Always fun to see what he's up to. We're going to play a short little reel because just in case, if you don't know who we're talking about, this will give you a little taste. And we should really say you should really check out all of his stuff. So here's a little reel we have for you.
I said, come on over, baby. My baby can't go wrong. Well, we ain't fake. Oh, that shake is going on.
Yes, indeed, folks. If that didn't pump you up, I don't know what will. You got to wake up. All right, so without further ado, we're going to be welcoming Mikey Hachey to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Where's the clapper?
Where's the clapper? It's not moving.
What's going on?
Ah!
Oh, God.
Mikey, are you here?
He's right there.
I know he's here.
Oh,
there he is.
Technology.
Technology. I had one job, Mikey.
I was over here clapping the whole time.
Mikey, welcome to the show.
That was great. Thanks for that. Thank you so much. Thanks for that intro, Tony. That's really nice. I appreciate that.
Now, earlier when I got you on the line to do a little sound check and whatnot, we noticed a little bit of a time delay in our sound, and we had you relog on and whatnot. But you know what? It just dawned on me. You are our first international guest. So my first question is, where are you, and what time is it where you are?
Yeah, good question. I'm in a little province called Limburg. It's in the south of the Netherlands. It's right in between Germany and Belgium. It's a cute little place, and it just at the beginning of your show, it just hit 4 a.m. in the morning on Tuesday. So
well, good morning.
So it's a little early.
It's good morning for you.
Good evening.
Yeah, we're about to eat dinner. You're about to eat breakfast there. So I know you're originally from Long Beach. When did you make the move, Mikey?
Yeah, I first came out here. It was like late. Excuse me. It was late summer, so maybe like the end of July this last year. So it's just been a few months that I've been here.
Oh, so. Recent. Okay, all right.
Long Beach is amazing.
Long Beach is amazing.
No,
yeah.
No bias here.
My wife's from Long Beach. Whoop whoop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great. It is nice. I miss it. I like it. It's a good place. It's a good place to be.
So let's get to it, okay? I'm going to read your credits, and I know it's the tip of the iceberg. I'm sorry, but otherwise we'd spend like all day here. But Mikey, you're the bassist from the pop duo String Puppies. We'll get into that. But also, Mikey is the former member of the Suburban Legends, and I'm just going to pause right there. You tell me, Mikey, I know Suburban Legends, really big at Disneyland. Didn't they hold the record for like the most times playing at Disneyland? Can you give a little insight?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, right after we met, actually, Tony. After going to school together ourselves for music and everything, it was right after that I joined this band, Suburban Legends, and I was kind of a fan of them for a couple of years already at Disneyland. It was the first original band to be hired at Disneyland and Downtown Disney. So I kind of walked right into that, and that was a really great opportunity because I was right down the street from Disneyland anyways my whole life, which I loved. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the only person to avoid the parking situation at Disneyland, I'll tell you. Well, good job for that.
Right.
So,
yeah,
former member,
you. It worked out good.
Former member of the Suburban Legends, and then also bassist for the Cirque du Soleil show, Viva. Elvis at the Aria Resort and Casino, and $1 Million Quartet at Harrah's in Las Vegas. So my question to you is, Mikey, have you ever been asked to do any stunts while you're playing your bass?
No, I haven't, and that's probably a good thing for everybody. That's
Come on, I know you have it in you. If they were to ask you to do some backflips on a wireless system, you would be up for it, right?
I would love to. I would love to try. That would be great. That would maybe be funny for some people. Maybe not me as much, but
No, those Cirque shows are just known for their amazing acrobatics. So I was just very curious, the musicians that they hire, like, do they have to undergo any of that training, or is it just like, no, you are the musicians, you are supplying us with the music, and then that's about it? I don't know. I was just kind of curious about that.
yeah, great question. It's such a specialized kind of company. I mean, there's so many interesting people to meet on a show like that, and that's probably my favorite part about being a part of a show like that, is just there's specialist acrobats from Russia, for example, and there's other acrobats that have spent their whole lives just doing this one skill. I guess much like musicians in some way, just kind of spend our whole lives working on a craft. But it was just fascinating to me because they're so specialized in what they do, and they could be from across the world, on the other side of the world, doing this their whole lives. So that was pretty interesting to me.
Yes, I was just curious about that. To give advice to future musicians to update their resume on acrobatics. But let me ask you, because I know you.
I'd give it a shot if you can. You'd be a step ahead of me with that. So.
Now I know with $1 Million Quartet, it was a little different. The musicians are literally up front and center. And so did you find any difficulties, or what obstacles did you face, if any, making that transition to, say, like being backstage to being like up front? Any special training or anything like that? No,
not really. I kind of enjoyed being in front a little bit more, but it was just a completely different show. It was more of a Broadway kind of show. The show was actually on Broadway before it came to Las Vegas, so it had dialogue and more of a storyline in that sense. So that was a lot of fun. It was kind of the bass player in that show was Brother Jay, and he had a character with I think I had 2 lines or something, 2 short lines, which was very interesting. So the first couple shows was challenging. I not only had to remember the bass part, obviously, but I had to remember when to say these lines. So that was kind of interesting.
It's like, yeah.
But it was fun being in front,
It's like, besides all this music, now you're an actor. Okay, did they pay you extra for those 2 lines, or no?
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just one rate for the whole thing. So.
All right. But now you can add that to your resume. So let's get into it. I want to know, what is a string puppy, and more importantly, can I be one?
Well, second question, you can absolutely be one. If you've seen one of our videos, you probably already are one, I hope. No, we actually had a different name before that, and we decided on String Puppies. We were talking. It was kind of an inspiration from another friend of ours who was a singer on Cirque du Soleil. But String Puppies just was really cool because it was string instruments, obviously, violin and bass. That was the whole basis for our duo, was the instruments we played. David Pichet, who I met at Cirque at Verikai, was a outstanding, amazing violin player, and we got along right away. I was playing bass, obviously, so the string part of it made sense. And puppies just happened to be one of the most searched words online, and everybody really loves puppies, so it kind of made sense.
So it was more of an SEO.
There's other groups with pup. It was a little bit of a business thing in that respect, I guess. So.
Oh my goodness! All right, so I think if I do that, my next project is going to be Music, Gordon Ramsay. Because at least for me, I'm always researching Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Becky's
Gordon
like,
Ramsay, kittens and puppies.
and babies, and small babies, cute babies.
Yes. Don't forget cute babies, kittens, and puppies.
So, Mikey, in your opinion, what sets String Puppies apart from all of the other cover groups out there? What are your thoughts?
That's a good question. Well, we actually just launched a brand new video, and it's our first time collaborating with another musician. So we're talking about doing a little bit more of that and bringing in other players.
Oh, wow.
Which is great. But
okay. A third person.
Sorry about the delay, by the way. Yeah. So we did that, but what makes us different is that we tried to incorporate a lot of different travel into our videos. We've done that even from the beginning because we're traveling around with Cirque du Soleil, and this was really the only way that we could perform because of our busy schedule. We could only just start making videos. So we started the project in 2014. And we just began shooting around town wherever we were that week, and it became more of like not just a music video cover thing, but a travel blog sort of vibe. So
yeah, for sure. I think that's one of the most fascinating things that anybody would pick up is that all of your shots are very beautiful and they're very picturesque. And I think that's the thing that draws a lot of people. And they're probably wondering, like, where do these guys get the budget to travel all over the place? And I think you just let the cat out of the bag. I know you're a string puppy, but you let the cat out of the bag. Is it you did this while you were traveling?
We did, yeah. Yeah, the bulk of our material online is from that. So that's kind of how we just took advantage. We only had 2 days off a week with Cirque, and then we would move from one city to the next city every week.
Oh, wow.
We traveled to some great places, like one of the ones you showed in the reel briefly there was in Viva, Austria. So we couldn't wait to get out and explore some of the town, and we brought our cameras with us and our instruments. Sometimes we would haul the upright bass and the violin up a mountain because we thought it was beautiful and all of this stuff. So there was a lot of work put into some of those videos, but more or less we were in those locations. So we were extremely lucky to be a part of that. And we tried to take advantage of it the best we could, and tried to make some good music too. So.
Wow. Now tell me, how strong was your cameraman to lug all of that stuff up the mountains and to the different places?
Well, you're looking at one of the cameramen. I was one of them, and then David was the other one. So we didn't have any crew with us at all, actually.
It's a two-man show.
We didn't have budget for. It was we did everything ourselves. So we would carry equipment all ourselves, and whenever you see me playing, that's David shooting me, and whenever you see him playing, that's me with the camera shooting him, more or less. So we did it all. We just kind of dove right into it. A video was a new thing, it's sort of for both of us at the time, but we've learned a lot through that process, and it was so much fun, just so much fun going out and exploring these areas and getting these videos. So we did it all ourselves, basically. We made the best of what we could.
That's quite a feat. I mean, you say video was fairly new to you, and I cannot just fathom all of the shots are beautiful. Like, I honestly thought it was just a professional photographer, and the edits that you guys do, and it's just mind blowing. That's amazing. And now I understand that you are into some of the filming and photography as well. So do you think that's what launched your interest into filming?
Absolutely. David was actually the first one that mentioned to me, like, hey, we should get a drone for a couple shots. And nice. This was back in 2015 or something. And I remember the day that the first DJI Phantom 4 came out. We were in France, and there was an Apple store in town. that had that drone, and it was the day that it released. And we actually had rollerblades in our suitcase so we could kind of go around faster on the days off. He plays hockey too. I used to play hockey as a kid. So we put the rollerblades on, we went right to the Apple store, and we were the first one to buy it. So we used the drone for some of our shots and stuff. And since then, I love doing it so much. I got my pilot's license to fly drones, and
Oh, awesome.
really
Congrats.
got more into video myself. Thanks. So I've been super into video. I think it's a great skill to have, by the way, for any musician. Coming from a music background yourself, you're doing a lot of video stuff with what you're doing now too. And I think it's such a big part of media today, I guess, in some way. I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost as though you have to incorporate that. It's like one more thing in your arsenal, be in charge of your own thing. I like to think of it as, back when, people used to take their own, portraits and whatnot. Now you have to kind of create reels for yourself to advertise your own products and your own music and stuff like that. Because sometimes budgets are tight, I'll tell you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm sure you're doing a lot of editing as well. That's one thing I was doing a lot of with String Puppies too. We both were. David was kind of producing role, and I was kind of the engineer editing role. But we would be on the computer for a lot of hours, late at night, editing videos and getting them ready to post on YouTube and trying to experiment with different ways of posting. And it was really, really interesting. I loved it. That's why we still try to keep it up as much as we can, even though he's in Montreal. I'm here in the Netherlands now. We still do as much as we can remotely, and we still put out videos even now. So,
that was going to be my next question. Was I know your last video? It was obviously like a little social distancing, but then I kind of sensed that you guys were in two different parts of the world, so you're having to throw videos back and forth and putting that together. So, how are things collaborating with your partner during this time?
Yeah, good question. It's all remote, obviously. I'm really looking forward to the next time we can actually be in the same room together to do it.
Yeah.
Because I really miss David so much. We haven't seen each other in a while, and he's just such a good friend of mine. So we love hanging out together. We love getting coffee together, and I miss somebody shooting me. Like we used to do on the top of that mountain. We're kind of doing it ourselves individually now. But hopefully soon we'll be able to get back to the other stuff like we used to. So
now I know you mentioned, I was going to ask you what's next. What can the fans hear from your group? And you mentioned that your next project is going live right now. Is that right? You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah. Well, thanks, Tony. Well, we just put this brand new video together. It's actually a Justin Bieber cover, which is kind of funny, but we think it was our first collaboration with another dear friend of mine, Jürgen Ingmar. We've known each other for so long, but he's an Elevation, the U2 tribute band that I just was a part of just before. Great drummer, great friend, and so he's our first collaboration with this. But we launched it actually at just right now. It should be up right now live. This is like the premiere of that video. So you can go to
What are
String
people
Puppies
doing
YouTube
watching
and check it out.
They should be checking out your video right now.
No, watch Tony. Watch Tony and Becky's show. It's great.
Well, I will definitely, I'll put the link in the description. So if people are watching this a little bit later on, they could click on that and check out the new stuff. Now I'm like really excited. Can I even pull that up right now? Can I do it? Am I going to be a nerd right now? She's looking at me like, no, we're doing a show. Okay, sorry. All right, Mikey. Hey, you've been very generous with your time.
Thanks for the link. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Listen, you've been very generous with your time. But if you don't mind, we would like to ask you a couple of questions, and we like to call Advenchas questionnaire before you take off. Are you game?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Here we go. These are 5 questions. These are going to be really quick at the top of your head. We like to ask these to our guests. We should probably change these up sometime, but
Maybe.
maybe. These are 5 questions that help determine who you are as a world traveler and as an awesome, interesting person. So here we go. Question number 1. Have you ever asked anybody for their autograph?
Yes, absolutely. I've asked many people for their autograph.
Do you remember the first person?
The first person, gosh, I was at a ska show in Orange County, I think, so many years ago, and I asked for it, Matt Wong's signature. It was the bass player at the time for a band called Real Big Fish.
Yeah.
And I was really shy, and I went up to him after a show. I think it was somewhere in Orange County. I think it was in Fullerton or something like that. And he was there, and I got up the courage to walk up to him, and he was one of my first bass player heroes when I was a kid, and so he signed it, and I had his signature, and I was really happy. It was the first time that ever happened.
Oh, that's
he said
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, we always love hearing your very first one. That's always special. The second one gets a little easier. Here's question number 2. Mikey, in your opinion, what is the best meal? Because I'm hungry.
Wow. I think the best meal is the meal that you share with somebody on the other side of the table that you really love.
Ah, come on. Come on. That's an easy out. Come on.
Come on.
Okay,
It's
all
true.
right.
It's true. I'm telling you. It's true.
Okay, question number 3.
If you love a lot of people, then you get to eat a lot of food. So
It's true.
you let that be what it's going to be.
I love that. Question number 3. In your opinion, what's the best vacation?
Oh, wow. Almost the same answer. Who are you going to be with? The best vacation. I think the best vacation is the one where you're going to be able to see a lot of great stuff and eat a lot of great food. Food is just like your last question. That's kind of a great gateway into whatever culture you're going to be a part of. So I don't think it matters where, but pick a place far and go. I would just say just go wherever that is. Europe's great. I love Europe. If you're in the United States. If you're in Europe, I love the United States. Go over there.
I like that. Question number 4. Fine dining or street food?
Wow. I would say street food.
Everybody's going with street food.
Everybody's going for street food, Mikey. Okay, we have yet to hear.
Yeah, I love street food. Some of the best food you'll find is street food. You got to find it, and you got to be patient. But street food.
And you can't do what those YouTubers are doing. They're going to these countries and they're letting the rest of the world in on these little nuggets of gold. It's just like, no, let me do that. I don't want to wait in line. At least that's my thought there.
Yeah, sure.
Here's my last question for you. Again, before we let you go, hey, go check out. After this broadcast is done, I will put the link there to your new video that is literally dropping as we speak here. Again, we thank you for being on the show. Here's your last question. Spontaneous or plan it out? What do you think, Mikey?
Wow, I'm a little bit more planned it out, actually. I think I used to be more spontaneous, but I think the older I get, the more I plan things out.
I like how you say the older
if you're asking
you
for
get.
me, if you're asking for some, yeah, exactly, right.
You don't look a day over like 28.
I can't say which is right. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, whichever one floats your boat on how you are, but I think I'm a little bit more planned out now. So.
All right. Well, I dig that. And I thank you for planning out time to come talk to us
Oh boy.
today on Advenchas Live. You know it's coming, all right?
That was a great segue. No, thanks, Tony. I really appreciate it. It's great to catch up with you, actually, and it's an awesome show that you and your wife have. I really appreciate you having me on. It's been great. It's so much fun. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and let the audience know, give them a little promotion here. Go ahead and tell them where they could find your projects.
Oh, thanks so much. Well, the first place I would go is String Puppies. So we have a YouTube channel. Just search for String Puppies, as you would think it would be spelled. And then we got a brand new video up there. Anyone is the name of it. So yeah, give us a shout out there. We're also on Instagram, and you can find my own personal Instagram is MJH Aerial Cinema. MJH Aerial Cinema. It's kind of like a drone photography channel that I've started. So go check that out too.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mikey. We really appreciate you. Go have some breakfast, okay? Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Becky.
All right,
bye,
bye-bye.
guys.
Oh, that was awesome. Why are you such an awesome guy? Seriously, go check out his photography stuff, because I've recently been into also photography and video and whatnot, and I'm just drooling over all of his shots. And where he's at right now, it's snowing, so he's taking some pretty awesome before and after shots. And Becky doesn't know this, but our next purchase is going to be a drone.
We're gonna have to talk about that.
No, we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, we are.
Our next purchase is going to be
We're
a
gonna talk
drone.
about it.
Don't we get a tax refund? That's... Okay, so... we like to thank Mikey one more time for coming out, and literally, like Becky was telling me just a couple hours ago, she goes, "Don't you realize that he's on a different time zone? What time is it over there?" And I really didn't ask him until right now, but he's such a good sport. He's such an awesome guy. But I'm really looking forward to watching that video there. So, shall we get to it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we teased this earlier, and here, let's do this. We're gonna do this. Actually, I won't go into the next screen. Let me talk about it. I'm a big fan of Conan O'Brien, and I've been listening to his podcast for quite some years now. I think he's going on his second or third year doing it, and he had a special guest on. He had a really awesome rock star, Dave Grohl. You know Dave Grohl?
Yes.
You know where he's from?
Well, now I do, because you made me look it up.
We're supposed to be planning these things, and it's just supposed to come up like, oh yeah, I know Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters and from the other group.
Nirvana.
Okay, all right, we're getting there. One thing that Conan O'Brien and Dave Grohl have in common is that while Conan O'Brien 10 years ago, he was let off the Tonight Show, so he had a couple of months of hiatus where he was not able to go on TV. So he ended up packing up the band, and he actually took a trip around the United States, and he did the Conan O'Brien, pretty much like a musical, right? It's a live show. And his bus driver, tour manager, bus driver, oh boy, I think it's one and the same. But they shared that same person. So the person that Dave Grohl had, it was the same person that Conan had. And they got to some storytelling. And on the podcast, Dave Grohl said, you know what? I really love him because one time we were passing by a KFC after the show. And I mentioned, hey, can I get some KFC after the show? And he said, you know what? He was the best driver ever. After, in the dressing room, he had a big old bucket of KFC.
Oh, you want me to get it?
That was
I
that was the
set it
cue.
up.
The cue
I didn't
was
set it up that way.
bucket of KFC.
Sorry.
Should it be coming from here?
We didn't practice this.
Oh, we don't practice anything on the show. We have a bucket of KFC. And yeah, so shall we start?
Yes.
All right. Let's start. So you had a bucket of KFC, but this is not here. Let me get rid of this here. This is not the most interesting thing. The most interesting thing is that Dave Grohl said, you'll have to listen to the podcast, but he said that eating KFC was the most magical thing when paired with another beverage. And the beverage was champagne. So here we went out to Costco and we got Costco's famous $10 bottle of champagne.
I think it's 6.
Well, we were spending $40 for this experiment.
No.
So now you get to see us drink champagne and eat some KFC chicken because, yeah, all right. Becky, do you have any facts about champagne?
I do have fun facts about champagne. I learned that the pressure in a champagne bottle is about 3 times the amount of pressure of car tires.
Okay.
Because of this high-flying pressure, you're more likely to die from a champagne-related incident than
thing
from
I
a
was holding it.
poisonous spider bite. And nearly a third of champagne deaths occur at weddings. So stay away from weddings.
That gives new meaning to the word you're going to your funeral, but not me. I was one of the lucky ones.
Do you want another one? I got another one.
You got another fact?
Yeah. James Bond
Yes.
has been spotted drinking champagne more than 35 times in his films.
Wait. Martini.
No, champagne. It's the drink he reaches for more than any other one.
Wow.
So why did they pick martinis? You know, a shaken not stirred thing? I have no idea.
So you also brought some napkins.
We have plates too.
And do we have plates? This
have
is
plates.
amazing. Look at this, guys. I really enjoy. I'm not enjoying the eating part. I'm enjoying the fact that she doesn't get to poison me with expired food this episode.
He's rude.
Oh, by the way, I was really excited when we picked up the bucket. They have buckets. For a while, it was like a big controversy. They did not have buckets, and they brought the buckets back because people were. What are you going to reach for? I'm always curious to see what people reach for. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you reach for the thigh. That is
the
mine.
thigh.
Oh boy.
Don't hit the mouse.
Oh boy, okay. Are we still on? That's okay. If we're not, we're gonna enjoy this chicken. So apparently eating Kentucky Fried Chicken and champagne at the same time is supposed to be this uplifting spiritual experience that Dave Grohl says it was magical and it's one of the best things ever. In fact, went on a tour in the Champagne region of France. He actually told the guy doing the tour to eat chicken. You know how they tell you, oh, please pair it with some salmon. Please pair it with some chicken. He goes, yeah, man, pair it with some KFC chicken. All right, here we go. Are you out?
I already started.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Was it good? Do you like it?
Well, that's the chicken part. Did you already drink? Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. You know what it is? For me, the chicken is greasy. Is it greasy or greasy?
Greasy.
Alton Brown's from the South, and he said it's greasy. It's fatty, it's greasy, but the bubbles, it coats your tongue, and it tickles the taste buds, and it makes it ungreasify, if that makes any sense.
Ungreasify. I think that the chicken is salty and the champagne is not, and so it makes me think about when you do other wine pairing and they say, oh, like eat it with Parmesan cheese.
Oh, with cheese, it's salty, and you get the prosecco. That's champagne. Oh yeah, okay, all right. Well, I actually expected for my mouth to, I don't know, when he told me, oh, there it is. Oh, that was good. When I was listening to the podcast, the way that they were describing it, it was as though the mouth was bursting of flavors. I don't know, the equivalent of drinking some Diet Coke and putting some Mentos in your mouth, just like the big explosion.
I wouldn't
of
suggest
flavors.
that. Please do not do that.
All right, let me take one more bite. Let's see. Okay, I don't want that one. I want one of these because this makes for a better picture. Believe it or not, guys, this is a huge piece of chicken.
Ooh, can I tell you? Can I tell you about drumsticks?
Oh, please tell me about drumsticks.
I need to see my information about drumsticks. Nope, you gotta go more.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Where'd it go? It's not on there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's, I guess it's not on there. So there was these shoes, Crocs and KFC joined together, and they made some KFC Crocs. Did you share? Did you do it?
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh. And the best part about it is the Crocs have a chicken drumlet on top that you can take off and sniff, and it smells like chicken. Isn't that ridiculous?
Those are Crocs.
We also learned that Japan
who
likes
had these
to eat
Crocs,
fried chicken. Oh, like one of the Kardashians.
One of the Kardashians. They have these Kentucky Fried Chicken Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. All right. So, yeah. What did you say? Japan?
Japan eats Kentucky Fried Chicken on Christmas
The entire
Day.
Japan.
It's a thing.
Eats. Okay. I just really appreciate the way that you worded that. You know. So this makes good TV. We both drink at the same time. Okay. All right. That was it. Was it good?
Yeah.
It was good. I think I might have been rushed because, you know, we're on camera. The producers are like going like this. They're going like, wrap it up. And will I eat this again? In a heartbeat. If I want my heartbeat to keep beating, I don't think I would be eating a lot of this. Okay. But you know what? Like they always say, there are few problems a bucket of fried chicken can't solve.
I was going to say, where did you get that from?
From here.
Okay.
Oh, man. All right. So, oh, wait a minute. What is this? Wait a minute.
Music people know stuff.
Wait a minute. What's going on? It says, isn't there some KFC game system coming out? It heats up your chicken as you play video games. Actually, what? Are you serious? I'm going to have to look this up. Can you please send us the details on this KFC game system coming out, and it heats? Oh my gosh. She says, my students, middle schoolers, know stuff like this. Well, I'm very excited to get to see this game console, and it heats up your chicken, and then you could play. I'm assuming it's some type of a PS. Is it like the PS5 that's out or something like that? Are you gonna keep eating chicken?
It's a KFC 4.
All right. So look, everybody in the comments is hungry now, except for one person who thinks that this is a horrible idea. Let's blow up this comment. It literally said, "Ew!" All right, listen, Sandy, don't judge. You should try this combination and then tell us what you think. All right, drop it in the comments. Hey, as always, if you enjoyed our content, or even if you don't, help us out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, and share our videos. We're going to be coming out with a couple of new Advencha originals in the near future.
I keep dropping pieces.
You keep dropping pieces. Don't worry, I'll clean them up. And but in the meantime, we've been having a lot of fun with some amazing people. Much thanks to Mikey Hachey for coming out here. Again, check them out. String Puppies. Literally, if you type in String Puppies, it's like the first thing that pops up. As of right now, last I checked, they got over like 6,000 subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views on their videos. It's good stuff. And I can't wait to check out their video today.
I'm doing too fast.
Oh boy.
The bubbles.
Wait, who's gonna put the car back in? We've both been drinking. All right, guys.
You're bigger than me. You can do it.
Have a good one. We'll see you guys, and don't do anything we wouldn't do. Bye bye.
Bye.
No, seriously, who's gonna put the